Bubble wrap. Well, it's Tuesday.
It is.
And this is somewhat different.
A little bit.
As are many of the shows.
Right.
But we're doing something that we've already done once.
We are?
Sort of. I can't remember if I got this as a present or if it was just something we found.
It was something we found because I had mentioned originally it was going to be a present, but it never was.
It never actually was.
No.
But it turned out to be in rough enough shape that after fooling around with it a bit, we thought, let's just find a better one.
Right.
Because we could spend an awful lot of time trying to restore something that's not in good shape. And so since this is yours,
I get to open it.
You get to unbox it, so here it is.
Yes, I know there was a couple of...
Those are not donuts.
No, not even.
Sort of like donuts.
Sort of like.
Or hockey pucks or something. Anyway,
Yeah,
no.
or wide tires.
They're tires.
Yes, I'm retired.
Retired, yes.
Yes. Okay, so I have this box down here.
Trust me, it's down there.
It's down there, yes.
Knife. This is what they call on YouTube unboxing.
Yes. As soon as I get done with the priority mail shipping.
So we hope what's in here looks anything at all like the pictures that we saw on eBay.
Oh, I hope so. Oh man, they've got this
These
sealed
turn
up.
out to be not hard to find, but hard to find in good shape.
Right, and then they're expensive.
And then they're expensive, even the ones that are really in bad shape. They were expensive to just buy originally.
Oh yeah, that's how come I didn't get one, I guess. Aha.
Oh my. Oh my.
Yeah, here it is. Oh man, here's
my.
the sales receipt. Here it is. This is what I wanted for Christmas one year.
It's a little bit full of packing peanuts.
It is. Oh, look at this.
Wow. See, the other one didn't have a box or anything.
No, if you can get them in the box, that's
if you
wonderful.
can get one that's still in the box.
Yep.
This is missing its clear plastic, but
right.
That might be fun to redo.
Recreate. This will have to be cleaned up a lot. It's been sitting on someone's shelf.
Yeah.
Wow, there's peanuts everywhere.
Every old which way.
Peanuts in places you never wanted them. Okay, well, I think I have enough of the peanuts cleared out. We can kind of see what this is. Oh, hey, that's a good place for a peanut.
Yeah.
All right, there it is. Ta-da!
It's a Cox.
A Cox. Well, I called it a shaker trike, but it was just a chopper trike.
A chopper trike.
A chopper trike.
Cox made vehicles.
Right.
They made a lot of airplanes and stuff, and they always used this same engine, the Cox 049 nitromethane powered 2-cycle, which was a really neat little engine.
Right.
But there it is, and it's got a little pulled and that
has
starts it up, and you load it up with 50% nitromethane.
That pull cord is really stiff.
If you want to haul butt, you put 90% nitromethane.
Well, this one's cool because it's the pinkish colored one that I wanted so bad.
Yeah.
I figure a pink for a girl. But I didn't quite ever get it for Christmas, so that was kind of sad.
Well, it was expensive.
Oh, they were. I think it was like $75 back in 1970, 71, something like that.
Yeah, we'd have to pull out an inflation calculator, but that's...
right, that's a chunk of change. More than what my folks could afford.
Somewhere between $300 and $400,
probably.
I would guess.
Yeah, and that's all I wanted for Christmas, was one of these, but... yeah, it's awful when and as a parent, I know what that's like. Your kid wants something, and it's like, I can't afford it. But,
we expected to have to replace the tires. The tires are always bad on these. They were made out of a vinyl.
These kind of are a little bit ripply.
Those are a little ripply, but
they're not completely flat.
They're not completely gone. The ones on the other bike were just literally disintegrated.
Right, these aren't bad.
This is not in bad shape at all.
Cox something. Oh, slick. Cox slick, it says. Oh, they're wrinkly like they are. One is wrinkly and one is, one's flat.
Yeah.
So
They probably both need to be replaced. But we found a guy
right
on eBay, of course, and I don't know where he's getting these or how he's getting them, but they're direct replacements.
Yes.
They don't have the proper lettering on them.
Right.
But
Well,
you
you
pay your
almost
money,
can't-
you take your choices. These are probably off of a modern radio control car of some kind,
Right.
but they work out to be a direct replacement.
Yeah, this one's going to have the same problem the other one had because it's the tire's gone hard, and
Yeah.
so it's going to be a little bit tricky.
And
to
then
get
the way
that
they're
off.
glued on the wheels makes them difficult to get loose.
Exactly.
But you love a good project.
Oh, yes, this will be a fun one. Actually, just getting it cleaned
Where
up.
the box is in good shape
Yeah.
and the bike is in good shape. The other
Right.
one, you did a lot of work just dismantling the engine and
Right.
stuff. It was questionable whether it would ever even run.
Yep.
It was. It's
Well-
not in great shape.
And the handlebars were warped and bent, and like this one, this is the brake cable. I can't tell. It looks like that's the throttle, I guess. So this is all intact.
We've seen a couple come up that are just totally mint, or at least so
yeah,
they say
pretty
on.
close,
But
but yeah.
yeah, I'll bet the rubber is still bad.
I'll bet it
because
is, too.
this rubber just doesn't
Well, these
survive.
date back. I'm not sure how far. I'm thinking when I wanted one, it was like 1971-ish for Christmas.
Well, and I had the Corvette.
Yeah.
And I think I got my Corvette. I'm guessing around 1968. Something like that. And it was a 60. It was a Stingray 63,
Right.
something like that Corvette.
Right.
But that's the era
Yes.
that these were made
Oh, it even
in.
shows all these different ones on the bottom. I remember the Dune buggy. That was like my second choice.
Oh, wow. Look at
Yeah.
the rail and everything. It still doesn't show my Corvette.
Uh-oh.
And then they made these airplanes.
Oh, those are cool.
And those were really cool.
Right.
The downside is most of them didn't actually fly. I understand that if you had them in California, if you were down at sea level, they would fly. But up here in the mountains,
I bet you they're hard
they
to...
would just not really work.
Right.
Yeah.
Elevation thing. Yeah, so what I did get was it was a chopper trike. But
But it was the plastic model kit.
yes.
I think
let's see, I actually bought it because the one I assembled as a kid, it didn't quite turn out. I mean, I was like 12. There it is.
There it is.
So this is the one I got. It was out of a Chevy Carl Casper. But this is the one I actually got for Christmas. My parents weren't listening to me that I wanted my own chopper trike, but they just couldn't afford the really fancy Cox model. So I got a model because I put together model cars anyway. But this didn't really work out well because the handlebars, I remember the only way I could keep the handlebars in place was to keep a pencil between the handlebars and the gas tank.
Well, there's a lot of torsion there, and they're chrome-plated parts.
Well, and back then the glue wasn't the best.
The
try
glue,
to glue
you were in that
chrome.
phase when they went to the non-toxic
Oh,
mustard
this was
glue and
this was
stuff.
still the airplane glue. It was, but it
Was
just
it?
would not stick.
Because some of
the
those
testers.
earlier airplane glues were really good, and then they turned them into that,
That smelled awful. Yeah.
the
other ones were-
stinky because kids were sniffing it, and
Sniffing
so they
it.
went to and they were putting like a mustard in there or
Yeah,
something, so kids wouldn't
yeah.
sniff it or
Right.
burn your nose, and
Right.
and it just ruined
Yeah.
the glue.
Right. Well, and to me, all of the glue didn't. They have so much better glues these days than
Yeah.
what they had back then. It's a joy to put together a model now with all the different glues. But back
That's
then,
for
it
sure.
was, especially trying to glue chrome, it just would not glue.
And this is a neat Carl Casper
Yeah.
327 V8 trike.
Yes, this one's fun. I wouldn't mind putting this guy together, but I bought the box for old time's sake, because like I say, my parents, they were listening to me. I wanted a chopper trike for Christmas. So I was just like, oh, that's not quite what I wanted, but now I understand fully when these things are pricey.
The guy who laid claim to inventing the V8 trike was Ed.
Yeah, exactly.
Ed Roth. He also claimed to have invented the chopper.
Right.
And oddly enough, I've never heard anybody dispute that. So maybe those were true claims on his
That's
part.
not, the first time I ever saw one of these, I was probably, again, about 12, something like that. A family member, he eventually ended up being my uncle, but he had a chopper, and his friend couldn't ride a chopper bike, so he had a chopper trike. But they were all fixed up pretty fancy. But yeah, I was introduced to Rat Fink and Ed Roth about 1968.
Yeah,
Classmate.
When I was first drawing the Rat Fink and following Ed Roth and worshiping all things Ed Roth, I
Right.
never thought I would A, get to know him, and B, get to know the family really well. And to this day, we're all friends,
Yeah.
except that Ed passed away, of course.
Right. Yeah.
Anyway.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, awesome.
So there it is. There's my dream right here. And
The Cox nitromethane powered. And what I was thinking of doing is maybe taking this out to West Valley Hobby.
Right.
Because there's an actual kit for running the engine.
Right, and see if we can get it
You have
running.
to have the right fuel. You run the wrong fuel, you're going to burn up the engine.
Right.
You have to have the right battery and the right little starter clip and everything. And maybe we'll try
See
actually
if it'll actually
starting it up.
work. There you go.
I don't think we're going to ever drive
Yeah,
it.
I when I was a kid, I just wanted it for a static model box and all. I just thought they were so cute, and I had all these plans, and I was like, oh.
But it would be fun to see if it'll actually run.
If it'll actually
and
run.
it's in good enough shape, I'm sure it
Sure,
will.
it-
That other one, I don't think we could ever.
It would be definitely a static
There
model.
was damage to
And
the
it was-
cylinder, damage to the
no.
piston, damage to the
Yeah,
head, damage to the crankshaft, and it's like, no.
I had one of those once. It was a car, but
Yeah.
yeah.
But this one seems to be,
It seems to be pretty good.
reasonably
should
close to
clean
like
up.
new. Reasonably close to like
Should
new.
clean up really nice. It's
So-
wonderful. Yeah, there it is.
Happy-fied.
Yes.
We've opened the box, and there it
Finally,
is.
there it is.
There it is.
Yeah.
Well, cool. If you haven't been over to the channel, pop over to the channel. And if you're not a subscriber, please subscribe. And you can do that by clicking the blue button. Are we ready
There it
for
is.
that? Zoink! The blue button right there. Well, we're not sure how you found this video on the internet, and we hope you didn't find it boring.
No, not chopper trikes.
You want to tune in Sunday because we're chasing trains around.
Yes.
We'll see you then.
We'll see you.
Bye-bye.
Bye.